Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going over my meal prep week that I did and walking through how I felt about it, what meals I enjoyed, what meals I didn't enjoy, and talk to you about whether or not I'm going to be using that meal prep system again. I want to talk to you about how the meal plan went. If you haven't seen the video that I did specifically on the meal prepping that I did last week, then you might want to go check that out because this video is probably not going to make a whole lot of sense without it. So I did a 1,200 calorie weight loss meal prep plan for 1 week, and I did it last week. It's been a few days since I ended it just because I had a friend visiting, and so it was kind of hectic. But I did it, and I would say overall it didn't go as well as I thought it would. I found myself getting bored the last few days, and I don't even know if I actually did it for a full week because I was like, I don't want to eat that, or like it wasn't good anymore, or certain things in it weren't good. So I just wasn't super impressed or like, excited with how it went in general. There are definitely a couple meals that I want to keep from the meal prep system, but overall I'm not going to be using it again. I just found that like the meals weren't turning out quite as I thought they would. Some of them were very small, like for instance there was a spicy coleslaw bowl, and it's supposed to have shrimp in it, and I understand that. However, I put chicken in mine the same amount, so it should have been roughly the same size, and it was still a tiny salad. And like I get that you want to eat small amounts, but like when it's vegetables or salads, things like that, I feel like that's normally when you get to have bigger amounts of those items. So I just was kind of disappointed with that, especially since I would be eating those in a period where I wasn't going to eat for like 8 or 9 or 10 hours. So like eating that just wasn't very filling. Also, like in that same salad there was avocado in it, and they wanted me to put lime juice on it to keep it fresh. I've done lemon juice before and it works fantastically. I did lime juice, and literally that day that I made them, I went to eat one like an hour later and it was already turning brown. So then the rest of my salads that I had made for the next 3 days were all brown avocado nastiness. So I wasn't impressed with that at all. I think I ate 2 of them maybe. It was not good. I wasn't happy about that. The soup, it was a pasta e fagioli, something like that soup. It was strange. There was a lot of different flavors going on. There was white beans in it with spinach. The spinach just was kind of stringy and kind of gross, so I wasn't very impressed with that. The vegetables felt like they were just overdone, which I get, it's a soup, it's fine. Also, the seasoning, the Italian seasoning, I didn't personally enjoy, and I thought there was way too much of it in the soup. I just followed the recipe for this go around, but in the future if I ever made it, I would have taken out the spinach and cut down the Italian seasoning at least in half. And it was also pretty plain because there was basically no salt in it, so I know I ended up adding salt to it later on in the week so I could, palate it. I think those were some of the biggest things. Oh, the onions, for the onions and peppers that were used in the lasagna enchilada thing, and there were some quesadillas that were just onion and peppers. They were kind of gross after like 2 days. Like it was just like I would still use them because they were fresh and they were in the fridge the whole time, but like they were fried, onions and peppers that had been sitting in the fridge for a few days, and it just wasn't very appetizing. So that was just kind of a disappointment, which I know sort of comes with the whole territory of doing a meal prep plan where you're, planning out your whole meal of, or whole week of meals, but I just wasn't very impressed with that either. Some things I really did like. I really enjoyed the morning oats. It was an overnight oats mixture. It said to top with some fruit and nuts. And what I ended up doing that I actually really liked was chopping up basically a whole entire apple and mixing it in, because by itself it wasn't very flavorful, but like a half a spoon with a piece of apple was really yummy, and I actually really liked that. So I'm planning on doing that in the future because I thought that was good. The other item that I really liked were the easy loaded egg muffin things. So those were like little egg muffins that had broccoli and some cheese and salt and pepper, some green onion I think in there, things like that. And I thought those were really good, and Josh liked those as well. So I think I'll try those again sometime. But other than that, I don't think I'm going to be keeping any of the other recipes. The vinaigrette wasn't good. It was way too acidic for me. I also I don't know, I didn't get any of the jalapeno or cilantro flavors out of it, so I wasn't really happy about that either. So overall, I wasn't too impressed with it. I'm sure, if you had more experience doing meal prepping, it might have gone better, so, maybe it's just me. But that was my experience with it. But anyway, I want to talk to you about what I'm doing now. So Josh and I went to the grocery store a couple days ago, and we bought some basic ingredients. We stayed on the healthier side, so chicken, turkey, meat products, things like that. And so what we're doing is I'm planning out healthy meals. So like for instance, last night we had a cilantro, zucchini, and onion mixture. We've had it before. I think it came out of a HelloFresh dish that we did, and we really liked it, so we made that last night. And then we had some herb chicken with it, and we also had some potatoes. So we had that for dinner. And then today, Josh can have that for lunch, and I'm gonna actually have a sandwich because I am working, so I won't be able to heat up my food. Are you behaving? And then the night before we had some turkey tacos, and those were great lunch leftovers yesterday. So basically I have a whole week of meals for dinner planned out, and they're all healthy. And so what we're gonna do is have those for dinner and then have them for leftovers the next day. And if there's no leftovers left, we'll just have sandwiches for lunch. And then we bought some healthy snacks. So we bought like some pop chips because I know Josh likes to have something more savory with his snacks. And we have lots of vegetables, so lots of carrots. We have broccoli if we wanted that as a snack. We also have some fruit cups. We have apples and bananas, things like that. So that is what we're going to be trying this week. And I also have like 5 or 6 different options that we can have for breakfast. He isn't much of a breakfast eater, but I figured if he does want to eat breakfast, then he has a list of things that he can eat for breakfast, because he just kind of has, brain stalls when it comes to planning out meals. So this way it's all ready to go and it's not difficult to make. So that is my plan for my meals for the next week or so. I'm going to try it out, see how it goes. Oliver, get down, get. So I'll see how it goes this next week, and hopefully I'll be able to keep doing something like that, which has always been my ideal plan, because I want to do something where it's not too much prep, and it's something easier to do, so that way I stick with it in the long term. But anyway, that is where I'm going to end this video. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. My next videos with my diet and meal prepping, I think, are going to be in a few weeks, probably after we get back from the cruise, just because realistically between now and then I'm probably not going to do anything too groundbreaking with my meals and dieting and working out. I'm just going to be going hard, trying to eat healthy and working out. I will definitely let you know when I cross over into the hundreds. But other than that, my next health video will probably come out towards the end of June, just because that's when we'll be back from our cruise, and I'll be really hitting it hard, trying to work off any weight I've gained from the cruise. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. I've mentioned previously, but any proceeds that I eventually earn from this channel will be going directly into my students when I have my own classroom. So I just want you to know it's something that is kind of a passion project for me to hopefully support my students and my classroom in the future. But anyway, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!